Hey Blythe. Okay, so in this video I want to go over all of the stretching that you're going to do with the foam roller and the lacrosse ball, the stretches I'll have you do on the ground, and then the activation section. So this is the foam roller. The one that I told you to get is going to be shorter than this, which is just fine. The ones we have in the gym are just a little bit longer, but I want you to foam roll the quads, the IT band, the hamstrings, and the calves. So the way that you're going to do that is you're going to take the foam roller, you're going to lay it flat on the ground, you're going to come over to one side so that one quad is resting on the top of the foam roller and the other knee is down. That will allow you to roll forward and backward on the quad. Now, any spot that feels a little tight, hang out there for a second and try to get the muscle to relax. You can kind of roll side to side on it, a little bit forward and backward, but make sure you get the entire quad. From there, you're going to shift over, plant that free foot down, shift over to the side of your leg so that you're foam rolling the IT band, and then the same thing. You're gonna roll all the way from your hip to just above the knee. And again, anytime you feel some tightness, like a knot is there, try and hang out on that spot, get the muscle to relax. You can kind of roll forward and backward, shift side to side on it, but get it to loosen up. Same exact thing is gonna happen on your hamstrings. So again, from back of the hamstring all the way down to just above the knee. I would take that opposite leg and place it on top of the leg you're rolling out. That way you get a little bit more pressure going, and you're gonna use your hands to help elevate you so that you can roll forward and backward on that hamstring. And then last, you're going to bring that foam roller down so that you can roll out the calf, and then same thing, start on one side of the calf, then go toward the middle, and then go toward the side. And I want you to do that on both legs here. From there, I'm having you do a couple of things with the lacrosse ball. So this is the lacrosse ball. The reason you want to use a lacrosse ball versus like a tennis ball is because these are a little bit firmer, where a tennis ball is a little bit too soft and it's just going to squish down when you put any weight on it. So you really want something like this, or any of the other like massage balls that you might see like on Amazon. Those are going to work too, but they need to be a little bit firm. So for this one, you're going to roll out your shoulder blades, your glutes, and then the bottoms of your feet. So what I want you to think about is, if here's your spine in the middle of your back and here is your shoulder blade, I want you to lay with the lacrosse ball right in that soft spot in between those two bones. So you really want to work on getting the muscles that kind of wrap right around your shoulder blades to loosen up. So you're going to lay on your back. You're going to start with it in the bottom corner of that shoulder blade. So again, I'm right alongside the bottom corner of my shoulder blade, but before I hit the spine, I'm gonna lay back here, and I want you to raise that arm up and down 3 times, and then across the body 3 times. Then you're gonna move like an inch or 2 and repeat that same thing, up and down 3 times, across the body 3 times, until you get all the way up toward the top of that shoulder blade in the upper trap, and then you'll repeat on the opposite side. From there, you're gonna take that lacrosse ball, put it under one glute, whichever butt cheek it's under, you're gonna take that leg and cross it over the other one so that you can get maximum pressure going down on the ball. And then I want you to just roll out the entire glute and the side of the hip. So if you have any lingering tightness, hang out on that spot, get the muscle to relax a little bit, kind of come forward and backward with it, and really try and loosen everything up on both sides. The last one is you're going to take your shoe off and you're going to roll out the bottoms of the feet, which is gonna help also relieve some of the tension in the calves. And for this one, you're just gonna stand up and you're gonna roll that entire foot forward and backward on the ball. And you can come over to the side and in the center and a little bit off to the other side, but you want to just loosen up the tension in the feet. From there, I'm going to have you do a couple of different stretches that are going to loosen up the muscles in the lower body. So for For these stretches, you're gonna be focusing on opening up the hips, getting everything in that lower body to feel nice and open. So the first one is going to be a kneeling hip flexor stretch. Now, you're gonna need some kind of pad or like any kind of like jacket or anything down on the ground so that your knee is safe. And then this could be a chair, this could be your couch, anything that's gonna be kind of about knee height for you. You're gonna start by placing one knee down on the pad with that opposite foot resting on the top of the chair or the couch. And then your other foot is gonna come forward so you're in this kneeling position. This is gonna really stretch through the front of your quad as well as your hip flexors. So right where your hip meets that quad, that's what we're looking to open up. And if this feels pretty comfortable in a full kneeling position, you can kind of lean forward with it a little bit, further deepen that stretch. But I'd like for you to hold that for 30 seconds each side. From there, I'm going to have you take a runner's lunge to a hamstring stretch 3 times each side. So, runner's lunge, one foot is forward, opposite leg is back, that knee is elevated. You want your ankle and your knee of that front leg to be in alignment here, and you're gonna stretch here. Hold it for a couple of seconds, then place that hand on the outside of the foot, bring that back knee down, and then shift back and really flex the toes here to stretch through the back of that leg. Rock forward, stretch in that runner's lunge, then come back and stretch, and I want you to repeat that 3 times each side. From there, I'm gonna have you work an inchworm for a set of 5. So you're gonna start in a plank position, you're gonna walk the feet in as close to the hands as you can, keeping the legs straight, and then you're gonna step back. So I don't wanna see this. That's not gonna stretch the back of the legs. So only go up as far as you can, where you keep the legs straight before you step back into that plank. You're gonna repeat that 5 times. From there, you are going to need like a book, or if you're at the gym, a plate like this that you would put on a barbell, and you are going to stretch the front of your shins first, and then you're gonna strengthen the knees second. So the shin opener, you're gonna place those toes right up on the top of the book or the top of the plate, and I want you to do little bend and up, little bend and up for a set of 10. You're gonna feel that open up the calves and the shins here. And then this one is going to help strengthen the knees a little bit. Now, if you need like the wall or even like TRX bands to hold on to for support for balance, that's okay. But I want you to have those heels elevated, feet are gonna be close together. You're gonna bend the knees all the way down, squeeze your butt, come back up. All the way down, squeeze your butt, come back up. That's actually gonna help strengthen the patella tendon in the knees. So that's gonna be all of the stretching. And then the last thing that you're gonna do is some activation with the mini band. And that is why I wanted you to get a mini band, because you're gonna see it in your workouts, and it's also super important to get those muscles to activate before you work them out. So you have 3 exercises with 2 rounds. The first one is going to be sidewalks. You're gonna place that mini band just above the ankles, take a slight bend in the knees, and I want you to come out to the side 15 times in each direction. Try and pick a straight line that you can keep your feet on so that you don't start going off at a weird diagonal. From there, you're gonna work a seated abduction, abduction being the outside of the glute and the hip here. You're gonna bring that mini band just above the knees. You're gonna sit with your feet directly underneath your hips, and you're gonna roll out to the sides of the feet and come back in for a set of 30, and you should really feel the burn coming in through the sides of the hips here. And then you are going to finish with fire hydrants, 10 per side. So, kind of like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, you're going to be in a tabletop position. You're going to bring one hip out to, or one leg out to the side and back down. I don't want to see any movement coming in the upper body or in the hips. Just legs straight out and back in, and you're gonna do that 10 times per side. I want you to go through this sequence every single time you work out, whether it's my workouts or a separate workout that you do at the gym.